cannot wait to try this. Okay, so now we're officially ready to give this a taste test to see what it tastes like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Nice and yummy. Wow, a lot of flavor. The heavy whipping cream really brings out that savory along with the green beans and the French onion. It really combines everything together. Tastes perfect. Don't do anything else to it. This is perfect. In this video, we're going to be making a green bean casserole. It's perfect for the Christmas season, the holiday season, Thanksgiving, whenever you really feel like making it. It's going to have a little bit of a twist to it, but it's going to be pretty much standard throughout across the board. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below in the description if you made this already or you plan to, or what your recipe that you want me to make next, or what is your recipe that you want me to try. Anyway, in here, if you haven't done so already, I already have something else cooking in the oven. We have a Green Bean inspired ham, the one from the 2000 live action film with Jim Carrey. I decided to actually make it here at home, so I cannot wait to try it with you guys. So if you haven't done so already, go watch the previous video. That is already up online. Anyway, we're going to be making the green bean casserole as a side dish to this main course, but it's two separate videos. So hope you guys like it. Let's get on with this. Okay, so now the next thing you're going to need to be able to make this dish is grab yourself a tray of some sort. I'm only feeding about 3 to 4 people, so I don't need that big of a tray. So I'm just going to use an aluminum tray again, because it's just easy and it doesn't cost a lot to have something like this that you can throw away when you're done. Anyway, grab yourself a tray. You can go to your local Aldi, just no more than $2. I think I spent like 60 cents for this actually, it was on sale. And it's French style green beans. This is the kind of cut that I'm going to be using today. So French style is the one that I recommend. We also have here as well, we're going to be using pink Himalayan salt. But if you guys don't like pink Himalayan salt, I also recommend to use some seasoning salt. You can use one or the other, do not use both, otherwise your dish will come out very salty. For me, although I love pink Himalayan salt, I am going to add a little bit extra seasoning, so I'm myself going to go with seasoning salt instead of the Himalayan. It's up to you what you want to do. We're also going to go with some black pepper. We are going to be using some parsley. Now, parsley is important. If you don't like parsley, I recommend cilantro, but you just want the other to balance out if you overdo the garlic. Now, we're going to be using minced garlic. Now, we were originally going to use garlic powder, but we actually don't have any garlic powder at all, so we're going to be using that instead. We're also going to be topping this later on with some French onions. You can get this at your local Aldi's or any store that you have that's nearby you. And we also have here bacon crumbs. Now, you can either cook your own bacon and put it on. That's going to be 100 times better in terms of flavor. I don't got time for that. We're using this instead. We also have as well, we're going to be using heavy whipping cream to really thicken the base and make it more of a creamy style casserole. Okay, so for the next part of this video, you're going to want to grab yourself a nice pasta strainer or a vegetable strainer, whatever you call it. You're going to use this for your green beans. You're going to open this and then pour it in and let it drain. The reason is that there's a lot of liquid in here. You don't want liquid to go into your main dish. It's just going to water everything down. It's just not going to be enjoyable. You definitely open it, strain it for about 5 minutes, and then you should be good. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to empty and pour out our green beans into this tray. Pretty straightforward, right? Don't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. We're just going to take our spoon, and we're just going to spread it evenly. What we're going to do is we are going to take our parsley, and we're just going to sprinkle. All it is just eyeballing. If you really want measurements here, this is not the place for measurement. Just go a little crazy and just give it a taste test. Make sure it tastes good before you put it in. Do not try to put raw food. That can get you sick. In this instance, there's going to be no real meat in here besides the bacon. This will be perfectly fine. That's already cooked, so you can give it a taste test before you put it under. We're going to sprinkle this lightly with black pepper. Don't go crazy with this. Now, a lot of people like black pepper, and black pepper can be overdone very quickly. So just be very careful with black pepper. We're not going to use pink Himalayan salt. Instead, we're going to use some seasoning salt. seasoning salt, we're just going to sprinkle. A lot easier to maintain than a bigger container. Now remember, be careful of how much seasoning you put in, especially salt, because it is coming from a can, which means it already has a lot of salt in it. You don't want to overdose and give somebody a stroke. Okay, so now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take some minced garlic and we're going to add this into our dish. First, you want to stir it and just pop one in. You only really need 1 spoonful if you really like a lot of garlic. Then do 2 spoonfuls. That's it. Good enough for the dish. You don't need that much. You can add more if you want, but this is a normal size portion in terms of seasoning. Don't go crazy. So now the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to stir everything together and mix it all in, just so everything has an even amount of flavor. And then we're going to finish off before we pop it into the oven. Okay, so now that we have our tray and it looks like this, we are now going to lightly sprinkle, and I mean the word lightly sprinkle, some bacon crumbs. And then when you're done using it, pop this into the fridge, because a lot of people like to put them in the pantry and they make the big mistake thinking it's processed food. Once you open, you have to put this in the fridge. Okay, so we finally opened this bag of bacon. We're just going to take a handful, after clean hands of course, and we're just going to lightly sprinkle. Don't overdo the bacon. You don't need that much bacon. I got the thicker cut, so it's more flavorful, if you will. Got a thicker cut. Next thing you're going to want to do is you want to grab yourself some heavy whipping cream. There's only a little bit left. It's about this much left. So I would probably estimate that as about a cup. We're going to pour this in. All right, perfect. There's not a lot. You don't need that much. This is the perfect amount. And now what we're going to do is we're going to mix everything in together. We want to spread it out as evenly as possible so it cooks evenly. And we're going to leave the top open so that when it cooks in the oven, it kind of creates a crispy layer on the top, which is nice. Okay, so now this part is optional. This is entirely up to you. You can put a little bit of this on top and then add more once the final product is open. Myself, I'm going to add a little bit and not a lot, just a little bit, and it's going to be incorporated into the dish itself. And a sprinkle. You don't need to go too crazy, just lightly sprinkle, and we'll add more later on. Perfect. This is enough. You don't need more. So as you can see, this is what the dish looks like. You see there's now a lot of heavy whipping cream, which is ideal. We evenly spread out the green bean. We also added in some bacon, seasoning, you name it. And then we topped it off with some French fried onion on top. It's going to get a little soggy, which is perfect because it's going to feel as if it's part of the dish itself. Because when we are ready to serve, we're going to add in some more French onions. And it's going to be as if there's a little bit of savory and crunchness within the meal itself. Now, you can also add in some cheese. I did not add any cheese, but you can all do so by any means necessary, but it's up to you. So now you're going to pop it into your oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep an eye on it because it is a little bit different, because it is a little bit about an inch thick from the bottom of the pan to the top. So it's going to take probably maximum about 20 minutes to cook. Not any longer, and to keep an eye on it about every 10 minutes. Now, you don't want to add any olive oil into this mixture besides the minced garlic, because the fattiness from the bacon is going to add the natural oil and it's going to enhance the flavor of the casserole. So you don't add any olive oil. Let's pop this in, and we'll check on it in about 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been about roughly 25 minutes in the oven. We're going to give this a taste test to see if it tastes any good and if we need to adjust anything before adding on our final topping, which is just a little bit more French onions, and we're done. So we're going to give it a taste test. Let's see how it is and whether or not we need some more cooking time. Okay, so I have my little fork. Let's go ahead, let's try it. Let's see if it's any good. It's really good. It has a lot of flavor. Needs a little bit more salt. Other than that, it's perfect. And it needs a little bit more cooking time. I'll probably say about another 10 more minutes. But the heavy cream itself, it's really, really bringing out the flavor, and the bacon really enhances it a lot. So this is definitely really good. I have no cheese in it, just heavy whipping cream. Definitely go ahead and make this at home if you haven't done so already. So I can kind of see it already has a lot of that crispiness flavor. It really gonna bring it out. I cannot wait to try this. We're just gonna finish topping this off with a little bit of French onions, and it's gonna be ready to serve. Okay, so now we're officially ready to give this a taste test to see what it tastes like. I'm gonna make sure I get some of the bacon because the bacon will be important. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Nice and yummy. Mmm. Wow. A lot of flavor. The heavy whipping cream really brings out that savory along with the green beans and the French onion. It really, really combines everything together. I lightly sprinkled a little bit more salt from the last time we took it out of the oven. Tastes perfect. Don't do anything else to it. This is perfect. Let me know in the comment section below if you made this or if you're going to make this. If you have any recipes that you want me to try, let me know in the comment section below and I will make it. Alright guys, until next video, I'll see you soon. Happy holiday.